Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, YouTube. We're going to go over this update that we got from Celsius today. This has it's pretty terrible, actually. This update is really bad. It's pretty terrible, actually. And I don't want to. Sorry, I have my other pages open, and I don't want to just make sure that I relay the information correctly because there's a lot going on with this, and this is heading the direction at which I feared ultimately. So we're going to get into the update that happened, pretty much the release that we got earlier today, and we're going to go over just how their assets, liabilities, and stuff like that, and also the plan for going forward. So I'm going to switch screens here, and then we're going to get into it. Okay, so pretty much they had their first, I guess, appearance in like court today, and this is kind of like a breakdown of like their assets, liabilities, and things like that. So what we're looking at a total. Well, I'm going to read this and then we'll go over it. So it's pretty much they're saying that they're $1.2 billion in the hole, and they have a total liabilities of 5.5 billion, 4.7 billion, which represents the customer holdings, and only 4.3 billion in assets, which is pretty much illiquid, right? So they're pretty much saying that they owe at least, the key word here is at minimum. So they owe at least 1.2 billion. That's guaranteed, right? And then you say they have 5.5 billion in liabilities. So this is what's costing them money. This is what's extracting money from them. And then the 4.3 billion in assets, which are pretty much illiquid. And I'm not sure how they're breaking this up between the crypto that they owe people or what is actually like a functioning, like, I'm not sure how they're categorizing assets here, because based off of these numbers here, it would appear that they have virtually no money, and that every dollar they have, they owe out in one direction or the other. And this is literally the foundational reason behind videos when I started with like shorts and stuff like that and removing your coins and crypto. This is the foundational reason behind it. Because when you sign up, just like it says here, it is you are right here. So it says, in particular, Celsius has pointed out in its pleadings that customers transferred ownership of their crypto assets. This is the key part right here. And making those customers unsecured creditors. And this is why I made a tweet earlier today, and I said that you have to do what's best for you, and because they're going to do what's best for them. They're in court telling the courtroom that you transferred ownership of your crypto to them and you're an unsecured creditor. Knowing, and this is what happens when you don't read like the fine print, because they kind of insert this BS into the fine print so that they can get away with murder. And this is them literally saying that, hey, look, you took the risk, you're an unsecured creditor, and this is going to be like, and we're going to go over their plan going forward. But this is, and just like what David Silver pointed out here, is pretty much saying this is what happens in an unregulated market. So they're pretty much in court saying that, yes, we're in debt, we have to reorganize our debts and stuff like that. But technically speaking, everyone that held crypto on our platform, they agreed to pretty much be a lender on the platform, and thus they agreed to the risk. And technically, we were basically in business together, and they're not entitled to much. And I can kind of interpret that because of the plan that they're laying out. And so you pretty much have a couple options here. And this is from a different report that I'm going to place on the chat. This is going to be from a different report. So let's take a look here. This is pretty much the two options that they gave you, right? So you have pretty much the option, the steps to go over everything are pretty much going to be to take a cash, pretty much like a portion of your cash at a discount, or you can go long in crypto, right? And this is all on CoinDesk. That's why I'm putting the links up here so that you can see it. You can verify this for yourself. So pretty much just saying that if you want cash back, if you're done with Celsius, you just want your money, you're not going to get all of it, right? They've already decided that, hey, you're going to get it. If you want cash right now, you're going to have to take a portion of it. We don't know what that portion is going to be. It could be 10%, could be 50. We don't know. And if you want to leave your crypto in there, that's fine. That's what they're hoping you do. But you're technically going to have to go long on crypto. Basically, we need your money one way or the other, and we're keeping it. And if you want some now, you're not going to get all of it. So basically, going long basically means that you're not going to get your crypto anytime soon, if at all. But we'll get it to you when we can, right? So as quick as possible. And this is the I'm not saying that all exchanges are going to do this, but this is the risk that you're taking when you leave your coins and your investments inside of these institutions. So that's why I say, not your keys, not your crypto. That's why I've been talking about like ledgers and stuff like that, and I try and answer a bunch of questions about ledger. It's really important. It's really, really important. And make sure where you're getting your ledger from is important too. I know I've answered some questions, like if you go on eBay or if you get like a used ledger, I know they're out there, you run the risk of someone, potentially scamming you. So just make sure that you're okay with that. Make sure that you're okay with, taking those risks, because don't think that they're all the same. They're not. If you're going to do something like that, make sure that you're going directly to the site so that you're not getting any BS or malware. And I do have an affiliate link in the description that will take you directly to the website so that you can remove your coins. The next thing is going to be making sure that you remove your coins before something like this happens, obviously, but the platform that you're continuously investing on or buying on, make sure that they offer you a wallet to remove your coins. Because bankruptcy, once something goes into bankruptcy, outside of what the BS that Celsius is pulling right here, you'll see that it takes some time to resolve itself. So for people who, even if you were trading, or if you were, just speculating, or if you were just trying to, if you just don't like the terms of the market, or even if you needed your money, this is not a quick process. This is not something that takes a week or 2 weeks, something like that. This can be months. This can be next year before these payments start rolling out. And, that's the risk that you're taking. So, right now, Celsius that's the deal that's on the table. You take a loss on your money, or you go long on crypto to some point in the future. But either way, they need your money because they've screwed up, and that's the sentiment of bankruptcy. So for those of you who are kind of on the fence, and I know that it's tempting because it's convenient to be on an exchange, and it's fast to maybe be able to execute an order, or if there's a big spike, you can execute, and so you don't have to. It's not a learning curve with the cold storage or getting your coins off of exchanges, but the risk you're taking is it's getting riskier by the day. Like these bankruptcies, it started out with the halts and the withdrawal, freezing of withdrawals, and now it's bankruptcies, and now we can't give you your money. This is literally getting progressive. Like every week, there's some new BS. So please be careful out there. Remove your coins if you can. And especially if you're on a website an account that will allow you, get yourself something like a ledger, and take action to protect yourself, because you see what they're saying in court. They're literally protecting themselves and their investment by saying that, which we know is not true, but the majority of the people did not know that they were signing up to be an unsecured lender. But that's what's being said in court. So do it. Make sure you're doing what you can to protect yourself and remove your coins. And again, I have a link in the description for that. And I post the links to specific steps, because I know it is a learning curve and stuff like that, but trust me, that learning curve is worth it. The only downside is the time frame that you can have, like as far as for learning it, but there is no downside technically when you run the risk of not having your crypto at all, right? And I don't want that for any of you, for anyone in crypto, whether they watch my channel or not, because that's the craziest thing ever, that you take the risk, you set aside the money, you do everything right, to make an investment and you get punished somehow because the exchange is over leveraging or they're greedy and they want to take advantage of stuff like that. And I don't wish that on anyone. So again, please remove your coin so that this doesn't happen to more people. People have lost hundreds of thousands, people have lost millions in situations like this. And it doesn't appear that there's going to be a way for them to recover completely. So if you're on the fence, please, and your exchange or whatever exchange broker you're using right now, and you still have the ability to remove your coins, I'd make haste. Seriously. All right, that's the update on Celsius. I'll make another video tonight. We're gonna do some technicals and stuff like that. So thank you guys for tuning in. Like the video, share it with a friend. I will see you guys later tonight. Thanks.